In today's video, I'm going to go and show you guys how to get every single mount in a Rise crossover. But before I go and do that, would you guys like yourself a chance to win a free Game Pass? All you need to go and do is drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment your Roblox username down below. I pick a one lucky winner each video. Anyway, guys, without further ado, let's get on with the video. So before I show you the locations, let's go over the basics of mounts in the game. There's currently 3 different types of mounts in the game. There's ground, there's aquatic, and there is flying. You can go ahead and obtain mounts when it pops up on screen. It'll say at the very top as an announcement. It will say brackets mount in all capitals, and it will say a wild mount has appeared. And now this is how you go ahead and obtain the ground and the flying mounts. The aquatic ones are obtained in a different way, but I will show you that just after. Then you'll need to go ahead and fly over to the islands in the game. It will spawn on a random island. There is a bunch of different mounts that can go ahead and spawn these locations. So we're just at this island right now. I'll show you all of them in a second, so do not worry. You'll be able to see every single mount location. But you'll have an island that pops up like this, and you need to make your way over to it. And you will see it from a distance. There'll be a little bit of an outline. And there'll be a mount on the island. What we're going to do is I'll show you a clip right now of me actually going ahead and finding a mount. So as approach this island, you can go ahead and see a little bit of an outline just over here. So if I hop off my mount right now, and we can see here is the mount, and it will have a button on it. What you need to do is you need to press that button, and you have a chance to get the mount. Now, it's not guaranteed, but as you saw, that's how I went ahead and got my Monarch horse, and that is how you obtain mounts. So now you understand how to get mounts, and it's actually not a guaranteed chance to go and get them, at least for the ground and the flying ones. I'll show you the aquatic ones afterwards. I'll also put this image up on screen that may help you guys find the location of the mounts, and I'll also try and show off a bunch of the different areas, because when a mount does spawn, it is not guaranteed to be in any of these locations. This image is a little bit outdated, but it'll be in one of these locations. It's just not guaranteed at which location it is. What you need to do is you go around the area of all of these. You go basically around the outside of every single island in the game. And one of them will have, or all of them will have this little island. And in between a bunch of them as well, there'll be these little islands. And when a mount does appear, it'll just be on one of them. But hey, here's one just here. And you can watch this video, slow it down. Or you can use the image I did show up on screen earlier. That image is slightly outdated though, so I will go ahead and just keep that in mind. But I think it's probably helpful if I do just show them as well in person, or at least the majority of them. So I want you guys to not have any struggle when it comes to finding mounts in the game. I don't feel worried. If I do miss any, like I said, you can just go and check this thing on. It has all of them there, and there's just a few extra ones as well. But they are relatively easy to find. And I'm not gonna lie, already having a mount is kind of cheating. So it makes it 10 times easier for you to obtain a mount in the game, because you need to be the first person there. Now, this is actually the reason private servers are slightly relevant in this game, or at least relevant enough where it's worth getting one. And it needs to be the bigger islands. So some of these super small islands won't have one on, but I'm going past all the islands, and you just need to go to these mini islands. I'm not gonna like super close to all of them, so I don't want this video to take like 100 million hours. But you just need to find these mini ones. Of course, the new question mark area currently isn't in the game, but most likely behind that will be a mount. So that will be another mount you'll be able to obtain in the game. But hey, here's another little mini island just there. And I'm going to keep on hopping to every single one of them. As far as mounts go, you can currently obtain every single mount in the game, other than the Kamish. That's the only mount I believe you can no longer obtain. That's actually obtained when before the game even came out, or at least in between like the stages the game came out. You have to AFK to get it. And here is on the Skull Island, at least the new island, or at least currently the new one. That question mark will soon be the newest island. But there is a mount area just over here, so that's another one you can make your way to find, and you will need to go to every single one of these. I'm gonna be honest with you, you will eventually memorize this, or just realize it is a big circle, like slightly a circle. It's a little bit of a skewed circle, but it is just a big circle around the game. Of course, the starter island doesn't have one on it. It'll have like the one around it. There won't be as many as the other islands. But this is how to get the majority, or at least that's how to get the ground and the flying mounts. Now, the next thing that's probably quite important to go ahead and mention. Also, there's just one more island just over there. Not sure you guys can see it. Maybe just need to fly a little bit close to it to see you guys can. There's one more mini island just there. Okay, now we'll start off in the leveling area, and this is how you're going to obtain your aquatic mounts. Now, you don't need all of these. Do our collection go for them. Honestly, I only really use my dragon, so I don't really try and go for other mounts. I think get the pirate ship as well, as it's the fastest, at least water mount you can get. And there's actually not a limit of how many mounts you can get. You can see here are the prices for them right now. The Begara size that wrong is 15,000. Give it a little bit of a showcase just right now. You can see it there. You can get the simple bow for 3,500. Honestly, these guys are stupidly cheap, and yeah, for some reason there's no limit on how many of them you can get. And then we have a little go, which is slightly more expensive as it is gems, but honestly, when you play the game even a little bit, you'll have a ton of them. And as you can see, now I have a bunch of mounts. Probably should start off in the video showing that. But every single island, I have like a docks area. So if we go over to a few of these islands as well, I know this video is a little bit long, but I don't want to skip and teleport to the area. And there's no real way of me speeding up. So I want to give you guys a really good detailed explanation of where they are. So you can follow through this video, you can rewind, you can slow the video down if it's going too fast. You can speed it up if it's going too slow to find out where the mounts are. But it doesn't hurt at all just to look. And literally every island, you'll notice it will have a docks area of some sort, and there will be an NPC you can talk to. It just does take a little bit of time to find the NPC. They also may have multiple offshore areas, and that may make it a little bit harder when it comes to finding the docks. And as it's just in the docks, so just down here, it will take you a little bit of time just to remember where they are, especially for areas like this when they all look the exact same. And I have the areas where you can purchase the mounts on it. Every island will have this, as I mentioned. If you would like to get the new mount, and this is the main one, so of course, there's no point just going to every single island, as they do have the same things on, except from the new island, which has the most recent one. Of course, the prices can differ, but the new one is a little bit more expensive than the rest, but you can still obtain it as a free-to-play player. As you may have noticed if you played this game, their money and gems don't really have a massive use. Gems, I suppose, are useful to going ahead and doing rifts again, going ahead and re-entering the dungeons. That is quite helpful. But if we head over, and this is the newest island, the Skull Island over here. I went to the One Piece Island by mistake. If you go to the island over here and you find the dogs, you can buy the new bow. And this new bow is really helpful as it is the fastest. And honestly, it'll help you out a complete and a ton, having at least some sort of mount so you can go and get to the areas as fast as possible to get the other mounts. Because of course, we've got the mini islands, and you want to be able to get to them mini islands faster than everybody else in the server. Like I said, private servers are useful for this. I wouldn't say you need a private server for it, as usually half the lobby doesn't really care about it. And if you are too worried about other people trying to steal it from you, just join a more empty server, and the chance of that even having a person that's even not AFK is pretty low, or at least someone that's trying to do it. Most people are trying to level up in the game, but you just need to find the docks, or it'll be on the edge of the island if you want to go ahead and acquire them out. And I think this is the NPC just down here. Here's the bow shop, and this is the most important one because it has something different to all the other ones, and it has the pirate ship, which does cost 300,000. Honestly, that isn't too expensive. What makes this such a good mount is it is actually super fast. So if we go ahead and press mount now, can we mount it? See if we can spawn it over here. We can press mount now. You can also, I believe, just press M in the water, and that should spawn it. I think we need to move a little bit. So let's move a little bit with the dragon, because that's just what people go do there. But if we spawn the boat in, and there it is, the boat will just appear from the ground just there, and here is our mount. This is actually faster than the Kamish dragon, not faster than the main big greater dragon, but it is one of the fastest mounts in the game. I know it doesn't look as fast as dragons, but this is really fast to go and use. I can quickly show you the other Aquatic mounts as well. There's quite a lot of ground mounts. I mean, honestly, there isn't any massive use to them, because if you're a dragon, you just fly around with dragon. But if you don't have one, I suppose they are kind of cool, and especially for collection people, all of that as well. But the little go, at least these mounts, the easiest mounts you can be able to get. If we do M in the water and that's spawn the wrong mount in, let's make sure you have the right one equipped. And to have it equipped, you just gotta press equip on it. It's that simple, it's that easy. And if we do that, here's the little go. Let's go and make our way over into the little go right now. And if you just sit on it there, and the little go, it's definitely not the fastest, but I suppose it looks cool. They do feel very slow, I'm not lying. I am actually moving right. Am I moving? Okay, anyway, I'm in the wrong seat. I was going to say, that doesn't even feel like a movement. Okay, and this does feel a lot faster as it is a lot smaller, and it does have some pretty decent stats. The stats are there. And then the other mounts, you have the Baragara. I may be saying that wrong there. If we jump out that mount and we go to the water and we just press M again, you may have to double tap it. Of course, you just despawn your mount and you have to respawn your mount. And you're despawning and respawning quite a bit, which does get a bit confusing. And here it is there. You can see it's traveling. And honestly, if you're trying to get the other mounts going to the islands, which there will be a little luck if you get the right island the first try or not. This will speed up your progress a ton. And I'll just show off the last one to show, which is a simple boat. And honestly, if you get the other mounts, especially if there's really nothing else to buy in this game that's worth it, So if you are trying to get mounts, they really aren't insanely expensive. I mean, the last one to get, you may need to actually go to the last area and be ready to go there. But that'll honestly only take you a few hours of gameplay. At least you should be able to afford them out as long as you are just getting things. And here it is right here. Definitely the simplest of all of them. Of course, my favorite is the dragon. But hey, if you made it this far in the video, I want you guys to comment what your favorite mount is down below in the comment section. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, drop a like, subscribe, and hey, what's the video? It's a full guide on how to progress throughout the game.